Hello, everyone. We present the most relevant economic news today, September 24. We will have this space every day with our colleague Melvin Koch. Hello, Melvin. Tell us how the economy is doing in the midst of so much chaos.
Melvin KOC, Charlotte, thank you. We begin with a session that left the markets in the red, then move to an in-depth analysis of trade policy, and end with two corporate briefs. Here are the details. 1. Headline: Markets fell on Fed Chair's cautious message. Stocks closed lower this Tuesday. The trigger was a speech by Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell in Rhode Island, where he underscored that the combination of low unemployment and high inflation leaves the central bank without a risk-free path forward. Powell kept the door open for potential rate cuts this year, but warned that any move would be approached with extreme caution. The official also described stock market valuations as quite high. 2. Headline: Alibaba surges after announcing aggressive AI investment. In a move counter to the overall trend, shares of Alibaba Group Holding Limited surged to nearly 4-year highs. The company announced it plans to increase its spending on artificial intelligence beyond its original target of over $50 billion, thereby joining the global race for technological supremacy. 3. Analysis: The inflationary impact of new tariffs. Moving to an underlying issue worrying analysts: the real impact of the new wave of tariffs. The official narrative suggests that the cost will be paid by other countries, but economic evidence indicates the burden will fall primarily on the American consumer. Cost mechanics: an imported product like a $300 washing machine has a 25% tariff, $75 added. This cost is almost always passed on to the final price, which will be paid by the consumer in the U.S. Reshoring challenge: the argument that factories will return en masse stumbles over high labor costs and the loss of specialized manpower in the U.S. A clear example is the complex automotive supply chain, where a single component crosses multiple borders, and each crossing with a tariff increases the final cost. Geopolitical consequence: measures like the 50% tariff on Brazilian products are having an adverse effect. Affected countries such as Brazil and Colombia are strengthening trade ties with China, which is positioning itself as a defender of free trade. This scenario could revitalize proposals within BRICS to create a common alternative currency to the dollar. 4. Corporate briefs. Tether Holdings SA, the issuer of the world's largest stablecoin, is in talks to raise as much as $20 billion, a deal that would place it among the world's most valuable private companies. Real estate. Dozens of rent-stabilized apartment buildings in New York, managed by Pinnacle Group, are being put up for sale after filing for Chapter 11. The debt to lender Flagstar Bank exceeds $564 million. The billion-dollar oops: why losing your crypto password means losing everything. Forgetting or losing the password to the virtual wallet where you store your Bitcoin usually means losing access to your money forever. The case of the locked-out NBA star. NBA star Kevin Durant bought Bitcoin in 2015. His investment appreciated by a staggering 36.0%, but he couldn't access his profits. The story goes that Ben Horowitz, co-founder of venture capital firm Andreessen Horowitz and a huge NBA fan, organized a birthday dinner for Durant. The entire team attended, and Bitcoin was a major topic of conversation. The next day, Durant began investing in the cryptocurrency. Everything was going great until he realized he had lost access to his Coinbase account. He didn't have the password and couldn't sell or withdraw his money. Ironically, his inability to act likely helped his investment grow exponentially. The $800 million hard drive in the landfill. James Howells lost $800 million in Bitcoin in 2013 by accidentally throwing away his hard drive. He has tried everything to recover it, so far without success. Howells, from the UK, said that in 2013, while cleaning his house, he mistakenly threw out the hard drive containing his Bitcoin wallet, believing it was empty. That drive held what would become $800 million in cryptocurrency. Howells has tried everything to gain access to the Docksway landfill in Newport. In 2021, for example, he offered to pay the city council $70 million to allow him to excavate the site. We return to the Charlotte studios. 2 guesses left to unlock a fortune. Stefan Thomas has only 2 attempts left to recover his password after wasting 8. Another well-known case is that of Stefan Thomas, a German-born developer who received 7,002 Bitcoin in 2011 exchange for creating an explanatory video. He stored the keys on an Iron Key USB drive, which allows only 10 password attempts before permanently locking itself. He has already made 8 failed attempts, leaving him with just 2 more before losing access forever. The sum is estimated to be between $200 and $250 million. Several experts suggested he implement complex methods to try to recover the information, including disassembling the USB drive's chip. However, Thomas has stated that forcing the device is not an option, as any mistake could cause the drive to activate its data deletion system upon detecting an anomaly. Why does this happen? The question many people must be asking is, why does this happen? The answer is that holding Bitcoin in a digital wallet is not the same as having money in a bank account. Both require a password or access key. However, in the case of a bank account, if you forget your password, it's not a problem. By proving to the financial institution that you are the account holder, they can generate a new one for you, problem solved. With Bitcoin, you are your own bank. There is no central authority to call for a password reset. The security and the responsibility lie entirely with you.
Thank you, Melvin, for your report. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button if you found this information useful. We'll keep you updated.